Thank you. Все еще дама? Сейчас я буду играть с Крисом, и тоже буду начать. Ну, так. Ну, да, немножко мы переиграли. Thank you. You want to watch the comedy again?
You're doing it online.
I assume I'm commenting on Chris, but we'll see what's up.
This is the final consolation. That should have priority over.
You're getting very territorial about
This is going to have
You're
priority
getting
over.
very territorial about your camera time.
I'm never on the camera.
This has
I want my.
priority
Why? A consolation final versus a jackpot semi.
Because he's Neil Castro's backgammon legend.
This is jackpot. This is jackpot final.
No, I do a jackpot semi.
No, I commentate on what
Semi or final?
I commentate on what Tara calls me, tells me to commentate on.
You should.
By the way,
you're in the semis now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a semi. Not the final.
I have played no backgammon today. I showed up here at 10 o'clock and I played a 1-point match. Oh, I do get to play. I do get to play the old 1-point match at some point.
I can wait.
I could probably play you the 1-point match while we wait to set this up.
Whatever you wish.
All right, let's go.
Then we'll get into a back game and they'll get all mad at us.
Let's go, yeah.
Get me when you're after. When do you go home?
Tomorrow morning.
No problem. Me too.
All right.
We got all day. All right, I gotta get the.
All right.
Where are you? In here.
Rory cares more whether he's on the camera than whether he wins or loses. What? I said Rory cares more whether he's on the screen out there than whether he wins or loses. All right, here we go. Good match.
Start here. This is Neil Kazaros. I'm going to be commentating on the Longhorn Masters semifinal. Chris Trencher from New York and Boris Dekhtyar, I think he's from Jersey. And I'm not good enough to put things in XG and commentate at the same time, so this is not going to get put into XG. Want to help me? Take one. Oh, here comes Justin. He'll be null. He'll probably be input. All right.
Was my redouble last thing?
Yes. Yes. That was good. Yeah, that seemed okay. Mine on? I can't tell.
Yes.
I'm on. Okay.
Looks that way. I'm not the one who makes the decision. I'm not the one who makes the decision.
What do you prefer, Chris and Boris, or Rory and Rich?
You're the one.
Let's do this one.
If Bill Lonergan's in the room and wants to come see me, same for Scott Ward. You can do that.
This is the Masters semi-jackpot final,
Right.
so this is
You step out with the 6, comes out. 6 or. Edge of the stripped 8-point, but still there's 6s and 3s to hit you. I think I come down. Here I hit from with that. Here I hit from there. Yep. Now you're hitting, but you have to hit, but you're breaking the 20-point anchor, and bad things sometimes happen. There's little double jokers in this game on the dice, and there's one of them. Not the best one, but that's a joker. Come in, bang, bang, and find a deuce. What's your final deuce here, Justin? That, or down, or up with the other one. So both checkers aim outside. That, if I'm going to play in the back, that was my 2 the other way also. I want both checkers to see daylight. Uh-oh. Crush, kill, destroy. Chris saves himself. That was a needed hit. You don't hit or roll double 2, you're getting cubed there. Double 3. How lovely. Wow.
Today,
wow.
The rolls have been pretty devastating on one side.
Somebody take Boris's dice and give them a steroid test, please.
They're the Barry Bonds of dice.
Look at this!
Oh.
He's probably just going to get doubled now, no matter what he does. Obvious. He's getting doubled no matter what he does, in my opinion.
You should just play down then, make the 11.
Play down, make the 11. Can you take that though? Is there a way to take this?
I think that's a way to potentially eke out a take. It's
that
just
might be a take.
Structure.
You got structure to take.
It's not the easiest thing in the world for him. He could roll some of these.
There are 3 checkers back. There are 3 checkers back, and there's some structure that can improve, and White can hop out with a 5. Put this in XG quickly if you can. Well, they're going to think on. He's going to think on this. He passed. Are you going to enter an XG now?
No.
All right, then we're not going to try to put that one in then. Now we're starting XG. So we're going to transcribe this if we can. Boris hasn't had a bad roll yet. Run away. Bye-bye. Like I said, I make the 5-point.
Anything else would be uncivilized.
All right. And these are always tough, but I think the priming danger is more than the blitzing danger. Finally, Boris rolls something he's got to think about. What are your thoughts here, sir? Do you make the 4-point? Or do you just play 24 to 18?
I play 24 to 18 because I'm leaving a shot.
What's the computer say?
4-2.
Oh. The computer likes it now. If you don't get out, you like this play. It's when you get hit with a 5. When you get hit with a 5, it's bad. You got to hit loose here.
18 was cleared.
That's what I thought.
4-1.
That's what he
did
played
again.
8 to 3x. Okay.
6. May the good rolls continue.
Yeah, these guys are rolling great. Now it's going to be now it looks like he's going to get you get doubled.
This is game over.
I pass.
Game over.
Third man back. Good structure in front of you. Black probably safety's the straggler. He may point on you if he doesn't.
It's only a 3% error to take this.
Well, the problem is the fact that you have that blot on your 2-point. You've broken your bar point. If he had structure, if White had could put the 5 back, he could take for sure. I put that 5 back from 7 to 2. I take for sure as white. You plus this? Yes, you did. Good.
I've learned, you know.
I also upped the settings.
They're still showing up as Japanese blunders.
What?
Yeah, I
You're
don't
kidding
know
me.
why.
Maybe I had to save something.
I think there was, or there were 2 XGs open at one point.
Oh, son of a gun.
I
didn't realize that.
Yeah, pass.
Good pass, Boris. Boris is playing well because he had a bare pass and he used his time effectively to think about it. There was no snap pass or snap take there. So, Boris is in the zone. I slot 2-1 almost no matter what.
At almost any score, I saw.
Certainly trailing.
I think I just had time to change it, so we'll see if it works. This hit only works when there's a guy on the 9 point. This isn't really a play here.
No, that's not the right play. What did XG say?
Yeah, no, it's not the play.
Yeah, it's the correct play when there's a guy on the 9 point.
Yeah, you always
After the
do
4-3 split.
the funky stuff after there's a guy on the 9. Any play that seems odd like that usually happens when there's a guy on the 9 point.
Right.
Which I consider to be their best builder, so you want to disrupt their pattern. Double 3.
Now what? This is not easy.
You just make the
Make the 5 and don't worry about it, huh? I like to make the 10 myself.
I like the 10.
I don't want to break the 8 point. Make the 10 with 3 checkers. No, that's illegal.
Well, that seems wild as well.
That's illegal because you've already used the 3 coming in.
Yeah, I just make new structure. Anytime I'm not sure what to do, I just make new structure.
You and I have the same style. I don't like the structure of putting 3 checkers on the 5 point.
Look at this, though. They say make the 2 and play 13-10.
Okay.
But the other play is only wrong by 3 millipoints.
The play he made is wrong by 18 millipoints. The 5 point is better. Tough play. I double hit here. I'm double hitting because of, yeah. No, you could have made structure.
What about this cube? The blot there, you know? Definitely got a good cube out of this.
Having the 10 point makes this a trivial take.
Easy take.
Was it a double?
Yes, very small.
It might not be. It might not be one at an even score. Come down. There's 2 on the roof. Good play. Obvious play.
Needs an ace here, or a 3.
You know he needs a 3.
6 is good.
Of course, an ace was good too, but the 3 stymies him. This is ugly. We're going to see now that White is sorry he doubled this, but that happened.
Now.
If Brown hadn't had anchored, White would love his double.
Is he just going to make the ace point?
What else are you going to do?
I don't see much else.
Sometimes they dance. Or they enter with 5-1 and loosen another blot or something.
2, 3.
And sometimes they do this.
So I hit. I'm in with the 3 and I hit.
I've got an anchor. I don't want the opponent to make the 5 point with his builders. I hit. That should be clear. I hit back. Now we got to think. I guess we have to hit again. Hit again. He doesn't. What's the play? What was the play there?
The play is to hit.
I believe it. That's green. Now we have errors proper.
Yes, I said it right.
Now we have default errors. Thank you.
No problem.
That was almost a blunder not to hit.
What was the
It was 79 not to hit.
play? Oh no.
Hit.
6-4, yeah. No, 4-2.
Where's the 2? Come up? I come up.
Two, three.
2-3. You got to stymie white, so I double hit. Ooh.
I make the 5.
I make the 5 point and pick up my dice. No. That looks wrong.
It's better to make the 5 by 3%.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get aces like that, you just generally make the 5, even though you're leaving all the shots.
The thing is, in this position,
Structure is permanent.
the structure is permanent. By hitting, you're often also going to put brown into a.
The hit is not right.
That hit can't be right. You got to make the back game.
20.
It's not like you're making the back game. You're making the anchor. So the guy doesn't make it.
Now he
In
wishes.
any one of these double anchor games, brown makes. White hates having 2 checkers on the ace point. Now come in and just
Well, now you got 2 anchors. You might as well continue.
hit him. Where's the L? What other ace? Hit him.
What do you got?
Those 2 checkers on white's ace point are terrible in this position. What white needs here is desperately to make his 5 point.
Just has to come out.
Got to come out.
I come out with the guy on the 22.
Get out. You get out of this. Yeah, try to save the guy. Try not to get double attacked somehow, because brown can also very easily win this game going forward.
Yeah, like you said, the point behind the double anchors is really, really terrible.
Don't hit, make the 5 point, and split. 8-5, 22-24, instant. I don't like that.
What?
No.
How do you not make the 5 point?
I predict he will make it.
Okay, he's scaring me for a second. I don't
not-
even like looking at the
Yep.
second best play. Or the 4th best play, whatever that one would be. Ooh, scary. 6-4.
Okay, well, you got to bury a checker here, Chris, I think. 8-4. That's not really buried, but it's still.
You could run all the way out.
That's a quadruple shot in the outfield, plus 6s and 5s to hit on, and 3s to hit on the.
You're afraid of getting an outside.
That's a double shot. That's a double shot in the
So
out
maybe
point.
the 6 down?
So he says, all right.
Like this, you
Okay,
did it.
go ahead and attack.
This
I don't
one.
know if I like this one. No, it's right.
This one was okay,
Yeah.
because if he only hits 1, he's splitting points. Not that.
He's coming into thinness.
Right.
So he
So
caught
you
the
make.
idea.
So you make that,
Double 6.
and I guess the back guys come out.
Yeah.
I guess you take the enemy 8 point.
Which back point do you want to come off of, the 23 or the 20?
I want to come off the back point.
What about giving him some weird aces?
He's got a broken 5.
Well, you're.
So it's not like
Yeah.
thinking about back. Thinking about getting him out.
That's my opinion.
2-6.
I mean, I think Boris is in redoubled territory here. Maybe not with his lead. I'd be hard pressed not to recube this for money. But the score matters.
It's a redouble pass right now.
At the score. Well, White's game is a mess.
Redouble pass.
I believe
right
it.
now.
Huge pass.
Not even close.
White's game is a mess. Run around. Keep it going.
Run
You
around.
can also make
That was okay too.
just double him. Likes 28 or thinks it's not very important.
It's not very important
So
because
it was
it thinks it's a cash almost no matter what.
It was a big pass if he had been cubed and took it, but not doubling wasn't that big of an error.
That's because of how big a pass it is.
Exactly, 'cause it's just.
I don't think he
close
was.
to being
I don't
too
think he
good.
was playing on. I think he doesn't realize how good this is. But we'll see here because this is still going to be a huge double and probably a pass.
I think he might be. He might actually double this, but no.
No, he doesn't see how good it is.
Well, this one might be.
Yeah, now he has an outside for a shot.
Now this is not the best roll. I guess you just do that.
You can't
Right. You don't want to get attacked. And again, this is going to be missed double after missed double here.
Well, the last one wasn't a cube.
It wasn't.
No.
What a difference! What a difference! What a difference! Chris stepping.
It was close. But it went from being a monster pass to being in the 700 range.
That's how good Chris stepping up with an ace was, so he can get out with a 6. Run around, leave him a 5. I play 17 to 8.
That's the best play.
Don't break anchor yet. Leave him a 5 as you suck white's checkers 4. No!
Marty, there's a microphone right
Marty, here you go. Join me. Join us. How wrong is this?
Well, it's
red.
It's
so
an American blunder.
So it's worse than 80 millipoints or 80 or 0.0.
So he's making the point on his head.
Hey,
Is that what he's
Marty
doing?
Storr
with the
joining the
4-1?
commentary.
Well, maybe he needs to hit with the ace in the back. That checker
It's
needs
a
to
double
get out of
hit.
there.
Double hit. So the 4.
Yeah.
and
So
then
it's
this, yeah.
so it's interesting. So the question is to whether to cover the 3-pointer or hit the second checker. Is that what the
Only
one?
wrong making the point by about 1%.
I think he got a. I like this play he made.
Yeah, this is the best play.
That checker has to get out of there.
If
1-5.
if Boris misses that shot, then Chris is really happy.
Yes.
And he's missed the shot, and we got.
And now we're going to hit another guy. Cover the 4, find the ace.
Right.
Yeah, that's the step.
Cover with the 4.
I'm going for the outside guy.
I'm hitting the outside guy as well.
It'll be hard to cover the 5-point a little bit hard. There's a direct shot versus only a double 2.
Oh, this was wrong.
Really?
By a lot. Hitting on the 5 was
God.
right.
I guess maybe the idea is there's a real lot to gain if you make that 5-point.
That there is. I made this blunder before.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I just made it again.
It's just hard to. So who's got the double?
Double
4?
4s.
Chris,
The man
Chris has a
shaking
double
his head
4.
has a double 4.
Chris. Well, at least he still has a 4-point board.
Wow.
Is this a redouble? Maybe it is. Now Boris probably says to himself that board is trashed, and now I can double when we take.
Chris knows what happens to men.
A lot
Chris
of
knows
work.
what happens to men who take cubes with 3 checkers behind a broken 5 prime and a crushed 4-point board with 3 dead checkers.
Something in one day in a tour?
No, he just knows.
Okay. I was like, what did you do to my friend Chris?
I mean, look at him. He didn't even think about taking.
Yeah, I mean,
which tells you he's on his game.
When your armies are that separated.
He's like, bye-bye.
So these tactical priming blitzing variations are complex, and players who steer into them do better than their XG performance rating might indicate, because they're more familiar with complexities.
XG tends to be pretty darn good in those positions, though.
Oh, XG, of course, XG is.
Double hit.
I double hit.
XG is good. But,
the only time you don't double hit in these positions is after you have the 5-point. You got the 4, 3, the 2 made.
Yeah.
It's always a double hit. You only
exactly.
down because it's anti-positional.
The reason not to double hit with your 5-point made is immediately is because you have more chances to make a prime.
Yeah, your prime value is a lot
It's a lovely
higher.
little number.
Right. So Chris made a more positional play of only hitting one time.
And we see it's green.
And it's
wrong.
green, so that's a.
And I changed the settings.
So it's 02. It's 20 millipoints or worse.
So you changed it back to standard XG settings instead of.
Thankfully.
Well, I didn't change the green. The green will light up at anything.
Oh,
but I changed the red.
Oh,
you time to do that.
Oh, you didn't change. So
green as well if you want.
So green will.
I like the green.
Yeah, so I'm used
you're the
to
one. You want it that way? That's okay. Out we go.
I like the green.
Yeah, it's
coming out here.
Green is
I jump out.
I've learned to jump out here.
I jump out.
Yeah, 6 is
Then strip them in.
right?
Because you're stripped all on the outside if you don't jump out.
And you stay in there. You're subject to attack.
And
if you're not attacked, maybe the 4-point is made in front of you. Then you're desperate to hit or anchor.
You're subject to, that's right. You're also subject to being primed, like you just said.
Just come out now.
So coming out.
That's going to be green.
Come out.
Yeah, that's a 6% error.
I'm going to say yeah. So So that's a greeny one, or has he done it yet? I guess it's being transcribed by you. Okay.
No, he's thinking.
Oh, he hasn't made the play yet. No.
No, Boris is thinking.
No,
He's thinking about the
he
cube.
played 37. Boris is thinking about doubling. Okay.
So
it's a little.
Yeah, Boris is
light.
smart.
It's a little light because it's.
I'm
hard
not
to-
doubling this up for nothing.
No, it's a low. I would agree. It's a
Oh,
double
huge blunder. Plus
Double
that
blunder.
quick.
Wait, he doubled?
Don Merritt and Gary Bauer.
No, he did
no,
not.
No. Okay.
Don Merritt, Gary Bauer.
No, that was a 6% error.
He did not go.
That's not good enough to double it an even score either.
Yeah, if the estimates of the winning percentages are right, it doesn't look like much.
Good play. Up in the
Also
race.
Get the back checker away.
That was right. Just trying to get away. Making the 9 point was a little loose there.
Jump out and hit.
I believe so. I believe jump out and
That's
hit.
all you got to do.
I mean, the alternative is make the 22 point and just sort of, okay, I'm not too big an underdog.
The alternative is to make the 22 point, dump the checker on the ace,
and then
have the opponent run away,
and then
then make the 4 point or 9 point or bar point and cube you.
Yeah, the efficient doubles come into play quickly.
Got to attack.
So you must attack. You can't let the opponent escape the last back checker freely.
I like how Chris does things in order. When you find the best two, then the 6 is clear.
Yeah. And this 6 is clear also. All right.
Agreed. Needs a good roll from the root.
You know,
he got
16. He had 16 numbers hit back, I believe, and he did.
He got one.
Did hit, but
a lot of blots on the outside now. He's got a lot of returns himself.
Yeah, this is
a volatile position.
This is the kind of cube Brown throws when he's well behind.
He's trailing.
Gammon, but he's not going to throw this cube. Not even going to think about it.
No, he can hit on the 3.
He has to hit on the 3.
This is a kill or be killed position. You just hit loose on the 3 and be done with it. He knows all that. Not even going to think about it. And the Joker comes.
Chris finally gets a Joker.
5. Very nice.
This is a super Joker.
This game looks about over.
Maybe 2 checkers come in.
Oh,
no
dice on checkers.
They would have.
That roll would be good enough to stop the cube, that's for sure.
That roll would make.
Oh, double 4.
Oh my God, it's Joker Central.
I spoke too soon.
And I'm making the 9 point.
Well, yeah.
Make it.
You're not gonna play. You gotta play 9 to 5.
Make it. You don't play 9 to 5. I make it.
No, you're gonna make it. You're not gonna. Yeah. I mean, what else you could do?
Exactly. Nothing to think about.
Yeah.
Wow. You went from double 1s to double 4s, huh?
Oh, this may save him.
Ooh, and a hit.
No hit there, and the cube was coming. He's thinking about it now.
Nah, dude.
And now.
But I certainly wouldn't.
Extreme Gammon says no double.
No, this is the blunder.
Oh my goodness, Chris.
And Chris is certainly going to take this. He doesn't even think
Boris
about it.
Boris doubled that.
Why would he do that?
Chris is not. He understands this kind of stuff.
Come out.
The thing is, I like the way Chris takes it. He just kind of looks and goes, "What?" and just like just begrudgingly takes it.
Again, that is not a money cube.
No, Chris is a wide player. He's not going to just pass it.
That's not a money cube.
I play with Chris in New York.
When you throw cubes like that, you make it too easy on your opponent. No chance you can pass.
Mattias Skalberg. Mattias Skalberg.
Yeah.
Automatic.
You're not hitting.
Just when you don't know what to do, play into the outfield with spare checkers.
Boris knows what
Especially
to do with
hitting
that.
with spares behind the anchor doesn't seem to make sense in this position.
Gosh,
when
no.
You can try to control the
Now,
outfield.
do you come out to the 18 point with a 3-2, or do you just play safe?
No, I come out because the flexibility is really poor. You're getting stripped.
I think Justin's got it right, and you come out.
I think so too.
Remember, some of those hits break points.
You know, because if you try to safety the guy and then just step up, you might get pounded on.
And
So
that looks like the right play.
Yeah, and it probably and so actually agrees, right?
yeah.
Because if you're running out of flexibility, you want to consider plays that are not going to hurt your timing.
Missed.
And that's a play that you might get pointed on, you might get hit or something, but
You might also get returned.
and then
you also might have got pointed on the 4 point, and you would have.
There was a mere 27 numbers to hit. Was there anything? Double 4s hit, 28 numbers to hit.
lift the other
Yeah,
guy
and
to
not all
the
his hits were, as Neil pointed out, were great because you break it outside point.
Exactly. All right.
Okay.
Bingo. That's a nice number.
That's a bingo for Boris Dekhtyar. Has hit a fly shot with a hit a 9.
1, 2, or 4 from the roof. Oh, the 1, 5.
Oh, that's a miserable roll.
And Chris already has the cube, so there's no more cube action until Chris gives it, which might not ever happen. But
yep.
Stay
off your race
It's going to happen much later.
In these positions, and don't blot.
Does he get to leave? He does.
Out you go.
Oh, he could make the bar.
No, you make the bar point.
Of course you make the bar. I didn't see it either.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't see the checker. It's a little dark up there.
Yeah, the natural 5-1 to make the
5-2. I guess
the
I
6-point prime.
Make the ace now.
I think I don't know. I think you just maybe you just make your 1 point and hope he rolls double fours or something.
So the best play.
And then he points on you. I come up with
24, 22, 6-1.
I come up with the 2.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's right. Okay.
You're cutting down the.
You're right.
You have a hopeless game.
I didn't consider that one.
Barring miracles, you cut down on the gammons, you lose.
That's right. That's got to be right.
So what does that do? That stops him from attacking the blot sometime in the future.
No,
if you don't get to lift it?
Right.
And then as soon as
the prime breaks, the block can move.
The spare,
you can hop out with a 6 or a 5.
The checker cannot be attacked, and a checker can play from the 22 later without having to break the point.
Exactly.
So that's it.
You want to go back to that 5-2? It's.
And you keep the 8 point.
It's gonna have some kind of color.
Right. It's gonna be pretty colored, red, green or even red. My guess is green, but I would It was 16-7. So what? So 16-7. It's not. It's not
XG
like
preferred 5-1 instead of with the 4.
All right, that's reasonable because that you're using 4 pips, and you're probably giving yourself more ways to a longer time to keep your prime. That's probably the reason.
However, I would not have played
it. I've seen that. Well, no, I've seen that in many other positions.
I have too. I've seen it, but yeah.
It's common. In fact, I believe it's actually common.
This is a nice roll. Cover the 2 point and pray.
Yeah.
Cover the 2 point. Try to make a 5 point board next to it. Hope to hit something.
There's no reason not to build your board up. Okay, you move 3 pips farther.
And if you're thinking
outside,
about the race,
you might hit.
Moving a spare checker from a stacked 5 point to a almost gap 2 point is a minimal cost in the race.
Right, and the gammon is not that much of an issue. You're not playing to save the gammon 16-13. You're playing to win.
And as we see here, the double 5 play was not optimal. Should have paid a shot outside to get that spare checker off the 7 point.
Oh, I see. He played. Yeah, right.
Right. You see that? That was a better play with double.
I forget
5.
the. Okay, 5-2, 6-4, 6-1, then 10-5-2, 9-4-2.
So the best play is to clear the 8 point right now.
Yes.
So he could have played another way. I'm trying to visualize the old double 5s, but it's going to decay. Now just make the 6 point.
Make the 6 point. There's hope here.
A little bit.
So
sometimes you win a race too. That's a nice roll.
Yeah, it's only 11
all Brown.
Pips.
Brown
only
just
11 pips before the roll.
Now there's trouble.
Only 17 pips.
Could be trouble. Take them both out. Don't think. Take them out.
And Chris doesn't think he knows the pip count. Probably. He's going to say check it.
Chris is only down by 6 pips after the roll, but I know they got the long crossovers.
Yeah, the long crossovers hurt a little bit, but this
Chris's
is the right play.
Race.
It's the best chance he has.
Chris's race is considerably worse than 6 pips, but he has no other play with 6-5.
Oh, but he would have.
Would have if he'd rolled that roll.
Well, if you're going to stay back, if you're going to stay back and risk 4 builders, you're going to stay back and risk 4 builders pointing on you in order to get a 17-1 shot.
We got a new race, folks. New race.
Yeah.
New favorite. Maybe.
Yeah, XG says indeed. Oh, that was Joker. He's got a yellow smiley icon.
And what is our pip count now? It's even.
Chris
57 to 59.
Chris is -2 on roll.
-2. Okay, I see it now. Yeah, this is nothing.
Right, and the Keith count is not special, but there's a slight weakness on that 4 point that Chris has.
And also a slight weakness with Chris having more checkers on the ace and the deuce in the 3.
Yeah, that's right. So Keith count would penalize him. Keith count would not penalize him if he has 1 checker on the 4 point.
I believe those of us watching the stream, can they see XG or not?
No, they can't see XG.
Yeah,
6-5.
Because EPC is greater. The cube may be coming now.
Right. So this is
Boris, you got to perform.
41 pip raw count.
Here we go.
That is a Bad roll. All right, and let's look at the cube action here.
So it's 41 to 46 raw
Still
pits.
a no
I think
redouble,
it's
but close by 2%.
Wait a sec now. So you do a Keith count. Let's say.
This is plus plus.
EPC is shown.
So plus
EPC
says
is only up 1.5.
Yeah.
1.4. Yep.
Yeah. So
because of the number of checkers off.
He's got three
extra
checkers off versus how many?
He's got 2 extra checkers off.
Versus 5 off. Oh, that's
the 2 extra checkers, the potential miss on my 4-point, and all my extra spares.
Makes up for a lot.
Yeah.
On the ace and the deuce.
Boxes.
Now we have 4-2 score.
Don't you
Unless.
If he only knew. If he only knew.
Yeah. No.
This game is over.
Yeah. It's over now. Double pass.
All right, Chris, you got into the match by stealing that game.
Stole
but
it.
Was never totally out of it.
No, you mentioned the race before the race even happened.
Yes, that's part of the game.
Boris opens with 3-1, making the 5-point. 5-4 bad reply. Can't move the back checkers. Can't make.
That is one of your worst replies. 6-1. Let's work on that prime. Where's the 7?
Nowhere, man.
No 7.
Slot the 4-point, I believe, with that 4th 5, making a 3.
No dillies. Slot the 4-point and pick up your dice. Or hit the clock, whatever. No dilly builders.
Yeah,
this early in the game.
Think too hard about this one. And there's the.
This is.
That could be a.
That could be a.
That could be the
boxes.
end, depending on the.
Double sixes?
Boxcars, yeah. That now.
Chris
is
needs to roll.
going to reach for those back checkers and just go. He's going to just
run all the way.
Is he?
Yeah,
he's got to give it a try and hope not to be doubled or whatever.
Is this a double?
Is it a double? It's interesting. It's got to be at least close.
Pip count is close.
Yeah, it's a close pip count, and then you got some.
And you got some ugly numbers like this.
You got some threats, and you got a good defense if things go wrong. So it might be enough to. What does it say on?
XC is not screaming this was a double. I didn't think it was.
No, well, yeah, it's.
Hitting 6 to 5 is the best play.
What did he do with the 1? He played something. He played 8 to 7.
You should play 7 to 1, 6 to 5.
Yeah, because. White has got a blot in his
You want to make your 8-point.
White's got a blot in his
board. And you want to have more diversified
builders.
Because you can easily blitz with all those builders if missed.
Right, and you could prime and you could blitz.
Nice
Speaking of blitz, look at this joker.
Hit 2, make the inner board point.
I think you make the 3-point and pay off to.
I make the 3. This is Gammon City.
Yes,
you could pay off a little bit. Well, double 2's has got 2 on the bar, so it's like.
Gammon. This is Gammon City.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the
2 on the
super
bar.
jokers, although they've been happening every time.
Jokers,
right? I play on.
I play on again. Yeah, play on.
There's too many good rolls, and you're up and
everything's
going your way.
Just a little bit too good. By about 2%, it's too good.
Because it's too good. You have the attack and you have the structure.
Yeah, you think Boris takes any of this though? Wait, who's
not
rolling?
Boris is on roll, so
Boris
says all right. And I know Chris is not going to. Obviously, Chris Trench is not going to take this, but
Chris may bluff him.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's going to think, oh, how much do I bluff him? Am I going to be too obvious about bluffing him? Think for 2 minutes and burn your time and.
It's not worth burning a lot of times. I might point my finger at the board to do a quick pip count. To look like I'm doing a quick pip count.
You try to fake people out like that.
And then once in a while.
Yeah. All right.
And then
depends who you're playing. It depends on the chance it's going to make a difference. There's nothing unethical.
He's used too much time here.
Yeah.
So he's not going to run out of time. He's not going to get the time pressure anyway. Probably. We'll see what happens if it's a close match in an hour.
He's got 18, yeah, but it could happen.
It can happen. So.
You want to be a bit prudent. You don't want to rush yourself. Like Mochi, for example. Habitually the #1 giant of backgammon, spends a lot of time early in the match.
Has he ever lost on time, though?
Not that I know of.
Maybe years ago. Maybe. I'm not speaking for him, but I know he hasn't recently. which means the past decade.
Ever since I've known about him, I've not heard that he's lost on time.
Maybe it was a speed match or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. Everybody can lose on time in a speed match.
Speed matches is different, but
Is this one of the slotting plays here, guys?
I think your slot to unstack is very close.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's well motivated.
I've noticed that pattern a lot. The stack there after the 6 comes down.
So he split his vector, so he still had his
That's
anchor,
close too.
and he would slot while still having an anchor, and the opponent and white Chris having no 5-point yet. Chris rolled double 1.
You go back. You go back to the 6-1. It was a tiny error.
So you run all the way out.
I run. Again,
Tiny
I like
tiny
running
error
here because
according to XG.
by running here, I'm aiming at my outfield where I want to make another point. If I'm not hit.
So XG like the slot is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
By tiny bits.
Yeah.
I think that's right. You want to unstack. That's a reason the slot is to unstack.
And
To try to make good points.
It's a big threat. You're creating a big threat by slotting.
You're making a big threat to make a 4 prime.
He would have had a decision with his aces
and a better
afterwards
board.
as well, too.
Right.
And to reply to the opening 6-5 run, slotting with a 2-1 is right.
Yes,
slotting with a 5-1 and 4-1 is considered slightly wrong by XG, but definitely in the ballpark.
Yes.
I still
So
come down again.
that position compared favorably.
Come down with 1.
Because Black had a stronger position. Now, back to the game.
I think you paid a 4-number shot.
What do you have?
1-3.
Go?
He's got
You can play 8-5 as he's going to, or 13-10.
1-3 left, or you can. This is reasonable. 8-5.
Either play's reasonable.
Yeah.
This is right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
Okay.
the 4 shots, you don't want to leave.
Too many shots.
Yeah.
Too many shots when you don't want to be hit when you have a favorable position.
Yeah. The
Okay.
cube, the cube might be coming, but now it's forestalled.
Also note white ahead in the race.
Boris anchored on the 22 point.
The other reason not to slot is, look at the pip count. I mean, not to pay off 4 shots, look at the pip count. That's right.
Good roll.
Put him in there. The attack is coming. Somebody needs a 6.
So it's a rather close pip count. And that 22 anchor is
There's a
resilient,
6.
so now you just run.
Chris finally gets to get out of there.
Just run all the way.
Keep it going.
And
Fewer
you
shots.
save 1 shot, actually.
Absolutely.
And
any pro player should be able to count shots instantly here.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have to think about it. Seriously.
Yeah, 15 for the 4s plus minus the double 1s.
Exactly.
Makes 14. And
this is 2s and 11s or 13s.
So you hit, but are you?
Now where's the 6?
You're not hopping out here.
It's not so clear that you're not popping out, but it's a little risky for sure. But
I don't know if your board
you're
is
going to have a
strong
hard time.
I think I'm inclined to use these 13 checkers and try to finish off the one lone
You're
white
probably
checker.
right. I think you're probably right because it's going to be hard to consolidate all those outside blots, and breaking the anchor is risky in the long term.
Right.
Now
well
his
as the
4
short
is
term.
pretty bad.
Where's this 4 go?
What does he duplicate?
Slot the back of the prime, of course.
Well, he could slot the black or the front.
I don't
think
think
the back is better to block the 6s if you get away with it.
Because
then the 6-1, 6-2s
But then
duplicated to make the 5.
There's some duplications. You're letting the trouble with the 9 slotting the 9 points. You're letting him hit and escape at the same time.
But I'm
with
cheating.
tempo.
I'm looking at XG.
But so I don't. Yeah, I'm not looking at XG. I'm just thinking about it.
Well,
And so Boris said, "All right."
I thought the
I'm gonna-
9-point was better as well.
So by how much? By 0.039. That's pretty clear.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Because I guess the threat is bigger. You're threatening to. You had to build it for the
You're
4-point and
you're duplicating a lot of 6s, but when
Right.
if you get away with it,
Yeah,
he's
you're
contained.
duplicating
Right.
either way, but you've got a better position if not.
get
if
away
you
with
What
it,
was
miss.
the last
contained.
roll?
he double hit with
Is it
4-1.
A 4-1, yeah, he double hit, which is right. I believe it's right.
Absolutely
for the
right.
Tempo. And now,
And what was this
now
last
Chris gets a
4-1
2-1.
double hit, 2-1 enter and hit.
Got it.
2-1, and now,
Back on track.
now Boris
five.
has lost the game. I think.
Uh-oh.
I think it's a double and
Double pass.
probably a pass. Yeah, I'd be very scared to take this.
Take for money?
At the score, money. Interesting.
I pass at the score.
Pass the score and maybe take for money.
Why am I passing at the score? It's a little worse to get gammon, but it's my recube vig is cramped.
I think I passed for money.
I don't know. I have to
This
take a
is
longer
lot.
look at it.
You got 10 checkers in
You
the zone,
lose a
one
lot
guy
of
on the
gammons.
roof
You
already.
lose a lot of gammons.
It's probably too gammonish.
There's still a blot
It's
on
a
the outside.
68.05. the no double estimate of the cubeless or the
That's close. That's close for money.
yeah, that right 68 and then 29 and 31 and 8 close for money. Because
It's actually
the recube vig would be.
So they're on a break right now.
Click on
You wanna
double
see
take.
something?
Click on double take. Go back to the cube. Click on double take for the cubeless estimates. Cubeless estimates are more accurate after double take, in my opinion, than they are after no double. In a situation like this, we're contemplating taking this for money.
Click where it says ND.
Right up top.
Winning chances
Where?
ND.
I don't see where that is.
Go to the
cube.
double pass. Go
pass.
select now right below the tabs. Click where it says click
Right
for
there.
DT. You see where it says winning
Yes.
chances DT.
Yeah.
Click for
DT,
ND.
no double
So
DT.
that's
See, it's
DT.
more gammonish. It's more gammonish.
Yeah.
This is
Slightly
probably,
more,
God, 3% backgammons
Yeah, because
too.
you're playing to the end, so you're gonna get more gammons in the mix. which is double.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or not some. Or not.
Or, I don't know.
sometimes.
It's a little bit of a black art how this cubeless estimation works.
But this
It
is for
doesn't-
everybody who posts on Facebook cube decisions. Please click on double take for cube decisions, not non-double.
What does that change?
I think the cubeless, the estimate of what is happening, cubeless is more accurate. That's my understanding.
Okay.
You mean with the cube in play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me look at this and try to compute the cubeless equity for money, assuming these are the proper percentages. We have 68 plus 31 plus 3, so we have 102 minus 32, 40 and a half. So we have a 0.615 for money. This is going to be very close to a money take, probably a small pass. Very close to a money take.
So let me ask you this, because this is a confusing aspect of these numbers that XG presents. So 68.18
right
is the percentage of wins of any type.
Correct.
And then the G, I believe, is gammons or backgammons.
Yes.
And then the backgammons is just backgammons. So
yes.
Gammons alone is not 30.87. Gammons alone is 28 or 27.89.
Sure, whatever.
28.
Yep.
And then it's like 2.98 or approximately 3. And then simple wins would be 68.18 minus 30.87.
Yep.
You know.
Now to compute cubeless equity, add them up. Add up browns and subtract whites.
Right.
And it comes to about 0.615. Adding. Well, you're going to add browns and subtract whites. That's for money. If assuming this is the same thing for money, you see it's different at the score because of the value of the points and stuff.
Yeah,
but you can still see.
Normalization based on.
I'm just trying to figure out: is this a border? This is with that many wins. This is going to be a borderline money take pass.
But I'm not sure that they are. That those are actually money equivalent numbers in the estimates. That's what I don't know about what XG does, because it's.
I think they are.
These are probably not complete money equivalent numbers. This is what XG thinks is happening at this score.
At the score, when you're playing,
when there may be slightly different plays.
You're going to.
What? This wasn't.
You're going to.
All right, I'm going to start again.
And you're going to consider.
I just saw it 'cause
and then it's going to take estimates based on, like, if it thinks it's a double pass or something.
Right.
Take the estimates.
There's some of that happening, yes.
And so it's a funny. And people think, a lot of people think that these numbers are like derived directly from the rollout. Well, they're sort of semi-derived from the rollout, but they're not complete statistics that are resulting from the rollout. It's a variance reduction process that's going on, because if you had said, "Oh, I'm just going to consider what the rollout has told me, the actual rollout results, without making estimates," then you would still be waiting for
Hey, Rory,
95% confidence interval from FSG. You know, it's just so what they said is we'll make an approximation of a variance reduction process, so we can get a better answer. And it's going to, and if we do our estimation smartly, it's going to be ballpark, and it's going to be very useful. And
Mari's basically same understanding as I have.
Yeah.
What we see there is, I mean, I did the math on what was happening, and like I thought, it was on the border between a money drop take. Once you can determine that or sense that, and you're leading 5-2, you have an insta pass because you don't have as much recube vig.
I'm playing. I gotta leave.
And the reason it's a take for money or a pass for money, it's very close. Is you have
you
lots
do,
of
I'm happy to
recube
look
vig.
the other way.
Those are tough plays.
What was the?
It's
instead of 13.7, yeah.
0.006.
So
yeah,
who cares?
Right. It's so 24-18 is much maligned once you have more checkers back in early position.
I don't want to stay there with a 4. What's the play there?
I like this play.
Okay, you might be right because 2 builders gets hit a lot.
Nope.
Wrong. 6-11, 13-9. Okay.
That was my play.
Okay.
Bring 2 builders and hope to be missed. Sometimes they roll small.
It's 9 in the zone, and you got some chances to come back and hit the 18 point if you get hit. Indirect shot, and then you've got roughly 16 numbers to hit back.
Nice roll.
On the bar point, and then you might have hit outside. So yeah, it makes sense, I guess.
You really hate to be pointed on the 20 on the enemy 5 point.
That's true. Yeah, that's it's riskier.
It just hurts.
It's riskier, but I was thinking, okay,
you have the chance to make it too, but the problem is
you want to get away.
The guy has the bar slot. This is probably a winning roll.
Bring it all down.
This is a winning roll unless White can do something.
This is a 5-1, 3-1.
Yeah,
One of these
and
variations.
doing something.
6-3.
He's got a. Yeah, I mean he's.
Is this good enough?
Good enough
to take or not get doubled even, making the bar point.
At the score, so the score is okay. So Boris is saying, "Oh, go ahead and attack me. Go ahead and hit me outside.
Not as good.
But I'll get a checker out."
Not as good a play, but
I would really like to make that bar point.
That's a 5% error.
I don't think he's getting doubled yet, because there's enough numbers like this that don't work. Slap on the ace and play 6-5
in the match too.
Yeah, that's the other reason.
So
slap on the ace.
He's got a head, and then the one.
And splitting off the one.
Splitting's okay. Yes.
Yeah, you don't like
hate the 23 anchor. There's no board in front of you.
And apparently XG does like it. And that was looks like a nice play by Boris.
Yes, it was. Now what? I think you make the 10 point.
Yeah.
Or do we?
Boris knows.
Or do we come in there? Or do we come in? Or do we come in and try to get out of there? I don't know.
This is the best play.
That's my play.
You don't want to leave all the extra shots.
I want
the
structure.
10 point is highly valuable.
And had you not made it, you would have been hit or picked and passed inside.
So do you make the ace and step up with one of the 2s here?
I believe so.
Oh, you don't step up with any of the 2s. You just
come out, right?
You just cover this way. You cover.
Well, you can say
8-1 and don't step up. Yes.
Oh, don't step up.
Yeah, that was the best play.
Okay.
Now what?
Didn't like 23 to 21. What else did it not like?
Double tiger time. How about that?
I don't see the alternative because you've got to stop. You've got to stop Brown. 15 to 8.
Any other play.
15 to 8 does not.
Minimum 22% error.
Put those higher. That's a weak setting.
That's a 3-ply or 4-ply?
It's a 3-ply and 2-ply.
It's a good computer. We'll go ++. But
See?
anything else is a 300 error.
If you don't double tiger, you're making. If you don't double tiger, you're making the blunder of your match.
So Chris is still thinking.
Because
I predict Chris hits twice.
But the thing is, during our last commentary, Chris had this thing about the double tiger he was talking about. If you remember.
Oh, he doesn't like the double tiger.
Oh no!
Okay, so
this is a double now. This is basically a double.
Yeah. So I wonder if Chris was part of Chris's thinking was that if I double tiger him, he might cube me. And
See, that was a missed cube here.
Missed cube here.
Yes.
I wonder if it was a cube after double tiger.
No chance.
Because you have a lot more to lose.
No, because if you don't hit, you're in some trouble. It was the
right. You have a lot more to lose if you're the other guy.
But
Chris is lucky to have hopped out of there and escaped. He's behind in a lot of stuff.
So
now what?
This is interesting.
Do we run out and dupe 4s and 2s?
You
could do that.
I don't see the alternative.
Well, yeah.
I don't want to
the alternative
checkers.
would be all right. You stop at the 16 point, but that's a little.
And we see the alternatives are all red.
So missing the cube was a 10% error.
The deuce would be bad if you stop at the 16 point. So you go to the 14 point is you have a greater chance to get your forward checker away. You're trying to race.
Exactly.
6-1.
You're not just trying to make contact and have
Now
a hit.
one checker's going to get away.
He's been missed.
And two checkers are going to get away if
well, he's got to
if
play.
Boris rolls a 7.
He's got to play 15-8.
That's right. A
And
7.
now what's the pip count? 99 to 124. So this is a double. This is a double
Because of the race lead, the chance of the checker getting away, and the fact that white is at gammon risk anytime white attacks.
Right, and he doesn't have a big board anyway.
There's no play here but
Even
this.
if he doesn't get gammoned, he can run away. There's no play but that, and then
Boris
should take a pip count and just double. I mean, go shake,
3-1.
Shake. 99 to 124.
I step up. I want to get away. I want to try to get out of there. If he makes the 5 point, I don't like it anyway. I think I step up.
Yeah, I would step up.
Right.
You
don't
know
want to
what?
block your 6.
Right.
You know, and okay, now Chris is going to
Now,
make the point.
had you stepped up, you weren't going to get it. Were you going to get hit loose and leave 2 blots?
Now you'd be out with 6s and 4s instead of just
15 numbers
5s.
to move.
This is probably still a double.
And
maybe not.
No swing on that.
No double now. No double now because of the fact he's behind a broken 4 prime and could get.
Much more risky. But now
the game is over.
Yeah, 117, and that's 107 to 80 to 88. XG says 107 to 88.
It's 19 pips.
So double and
now you're taking a pip count, Boris. You should do it before.
Boris, you're making sure. He's making
better late than never.
Yeah.
I mean, but before he was behind stuff. Now he's outside of stuff. He was worried about something. Yes, of course.
By a mile and a half.
By a lot. There was very little danger there before. Very little danger. His position was completely
and so
stacked.
he made 3 cube errors, and he made a.
The PRs jumped considerably.
Made 3 cube errors and a checker error.
Checker blunder, not to go 21-20.
I cannot stress enough how important it is to learn how to play when you have 1 checker back.
Do you have any good tips?
I'm not good enough. That's my tip. You have to know when to step up, when to run out with the last checker sometimes, and stop on the bar point when that's all you can do, even though you're sometimes leaving a triple shot, etc.
That wasn't a good game for anyone's PRs. We got Chris Trencher at a 5.15 right now, and Boris is playing a 7.17.
And by the way, if either one of these guys, this is something I have to learn to do myself. If you don't think you have it mentally, take a break. But you got to come back in 5 minutes. All right.
Make the 9.
Make the 9. This is a saving roll.
No, no contest here.
Down with the 4.
Had he danced, it would have been double take at this score. Had he danced for money, it's a slight no double with the blot back that deep.
Yeah, even
with
the 9
is actually really good for you.
Closer.
Yes.
Checkers. So now just come down, I believe.
I think I'm going to come down and dupe 5s and try to bury the guy.
Yeah, because you're unstacking the midpoint and you're bringing ammo and you're minimizing shots. Really.
Exactly. Again, you got 5 checkers on a point, play off of it.
2-6.
Yeah,
13-7. Not coming off your anchor.
Hell no.
No double.
This is nothing.
Yeah, of course not. 2-5. Well, we know where the 2.
I mean, white has the advantage, but it can quickly go away.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. What, a 2-1? 5-2.
That's a bad roll. This choice to make the bar and slot the 4, or just make the 4.
Make the 4, or make the bar and slot the 4. One leaves 1 blot, one leaves 2 blots. Making the 4 point is a better use of checkers and better distribution.
It's better off if you're missed.
The problem is
better off if you're missed, right? So Boris might elect to just leave 14
I don't break
shots.
the midpoint.
By a lot.
That's 14 shots. I still make the 4 point. You still got to play the game. I make the 4 point too. And I agree with you. It wasn't close.
The other was
it wasn't
17
close.
Shots by my
it wasn't. The other play wasn't close.
Not close at all.
It was 17 shots.
Much better structure.
17 versus 14 is not the biggest thing in the structure. It was much better off if you're missed.
What number is that? 2-2?
4-2. So you make the 4 point heavy.
Yeah, 6-2 does nothing for you. So, what? Oh, it's
double 2.
Oh, it's no. It's showing 4-2. But did he?
It's double 2s. No, it's just the light.
Oh, the light makes it look like a 4.
How does that look like a 4 in that light?
Again,
It did
again,
that last match too.
it's tough to see the dice in that particular part of the board.
Double threes. Oh, is he making the 2 or the
The
bar?
poor commentators are fooled by the
What do we do here?
glare of the dice.
I don't think that 4 prime is worth much with no outfield control. It's a tactical position. You're going to get attacked. You make the 2. Nice play.
Nice play, Boris.
That was Chris.
That was Chris. Yeah. So.
Sorry, I get it.
Oh, Chris saw all that quickly.
Uh-oh.
So now he might actually. Chris said he might actually have to leave me some shots, or.
I make the 5
and
point.
the midpoint is useful even
This
now.
is a crushed. This is a ruined position.
Yeah. So this is tough. This is tough, but it's.
Brown has to do something again.
takeable.
Still a no double according to plus plus.
Double for money.
No
Double for
'cause of the
money.
score, no doubt.
Yeah.
Double for
But
money.
it's close. It says 0.690.
Yeah,
so
very close.
that could be either way.
At the score, very slight.
A slight no double, and you got to figure that Chris.
Put Brown's spare from the 4 point back on the 6 point to give him a little flexibility. He has a clear double even at the score.
Yep.
The score is only a score has some effect because
If it was an even score, it'd be a double, but it's not here.
We think
Right.
so. We think it would be a double because white is also stripped.
3 point lead in a 10-point match means a lot.
I'd like to see the guy take it. Plus, there's a bunch of people going to pass.
That's true,
Not
but
this guy.
Chris ain't gonna pass.
See, here's your problem.
5-1. What a roll.
You don't know what he's going to do, so you're going to send it.
I know Chris French, our senator.
Oh, okay. It's not English.
I knew JFK. No, I didn't.
5-1
Now-
was bad. 5-1 was really bad.
What was the
5-1
5-1 play?
Did he?
Don't break the
he
prime.
broke his prime. He
Don't
should've
break
left
the
an
prime.
ace shot.
What was
It's
the
hard.
last roll?
3-2.
7-2, 7-6, and then 3-2, 10 and 11.
Yeah, the 5-1 was like a 200.
Out.
230.
Don't break your 5 prime. When the guy is squeezed to death.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're leaving 13.
What? What's going on here? Roll?
No double.
No double.
I would not double this.
Plus, please.
It says point 4. Yeah, it says.
It's wrong by 80.
Yeah.
The double. The thing is,
Because
if
you
you
broke the
the
thing,
thing
you
is,
got the blot.
if you hit and don't cover, you're in trouble. You can be blown off the board.
You're outboarded.
And if you don't hit, you got to play something, and then he's going to make builders.
Yeah, so you could hit, but then it's not nearly winning.
And white is
He's
way
got a better
ahead in the
board.
race, and now you only have a broken 4 prime instead of a solid 5 prime.
Yeah.
So there's you can hit and
So
you
can
can
lose
hit
your market, but it's
you
very
can hit,
unlikely.
and white can still win.
And he does not. Really, you might say, okay, I'm
Does he
going to
even
hit,
wanna
or I'm going to just make the 1 point.
I don't hit.
And if you make the 1 point, now white risks losing the outfield control quickly.
I wouldn't hit. It's too risky.
I agree.
Making
And
the
now
aces better.
and so now
All the way.
10-5 or 10-6, 3-2 maybe, but 10-5.
To play 11.
Either
Either
one
way.
is all right.
Oh, no. Coming
No.
out.
Coming out was okay.
Oh my god! I didn't.
I saw it coming. I
didn't
saw
see
it
it.
coming
I didn't
out.
even see it.
I saw it coming out. I didn't get a chance to say it. I thought it was slight. I would admit I thought it was slightly wrong.
Yeah, I didn't even consider it.
out
I didn't
makes the
consider
point.
22 to 18.
It's a bit
The blind spot.
strong.
You know.
Very strong.
I saw it, but I didn't get a
And
chance to
I
say
tell
it.
people always consider at least 3 plays.
Absolutely.
And I considered 2 plays.
So this play was a 4% error not doing that.
Yeah.
Because you can see you're just getting you're
Yeah,
just getting
10-5.
3-2.
10-5 looks like he likes it better than 3-2.
Yeah, I agree because the deeper you put that spare in your board, just less flexibility.
Yeah, and the checker spare on the 5 point is not as badly placed per se as versus the 6 point maybe. But so I would have been thinking, okay, do I go 6-5 or 3-2?
Oh, this was the plan though.
This is the end.
How does this always happen?
This is not going to be the end because Brown's going to have a take.
73 to 112.
7?
Yeah, so Brown, so there's this. Yeah, it might be.
Now what? Where's your ace? Slot
They
it?
got to slot it.
I slot it and prepare for it. Take this.
He's not going to volunteer a shot.
He might volunteer an indirect if he rolls
Huge
5-4.
cube. You take this?
It's a small take.
I think it's a take myself because
Only by about 3%.
there aren't many land.
He's got the blot.
There aren't
on
many
the,
landing points.
He's got the blot on the 11 point, and an instant take by Boris. Boris is not so 11-5.
Boris ain't scared.
Give him a spare. Give himself a spare 2 from 5 to 3. Without having to play 3
yes,
to 1.
You don't want to claim a shot with some 5-2 or do something.
Yeah, 5-2 would be a shot.
Yuck.
5-2 would would be 3 to 1.
Go through your numbers.
Stay off your ace point.
Yeah, but it's still awkward.
Double sixes doesn't hurt you, right?
Because you don't have to.
Stay off your ace point and play more flexibly.
And if you get hit, you might be able to use that 6 point.
Just the wrong idea.
Yeah, you might be able to play 5 to 4 hit in variations where you get hit back 5 with a 5 to 4. And now this is interesting. Now you slot the 2 point.
Oh yeah. I didn't see it.
Okay, so Boris says, I'm not going to leave the blot. I'm going to keep my broken 5 prime in case of an accident.
And here goes another guy to the ace point.
And he's moving another guy to the ace point, right? And
that ace point is like a magnet.
This would have been.
It attracts more checkers.
This would have been not that much swing with the sequence.
Now what? Now do we go to our own ace point?
I would go 8 to 6, but
I'm coming in, but it's not wrong. Like only
we're not going to break the anchor, so because 6s.
He's coming forward right now anyway.
Now when we go to our ace point, now we force ourselves out with the next 6, but we're either going to hit with the 6.
Yeah, and then you bury a checker.
We're going to hit with the 6. So this was the right play, I thought. We were either going to hit with the 6 or White's going to lose his builder.
XG didn't flag it at least.
Or maybe rip his board up.
So so Boris will go shake, and hope for 6, and it's a 5.
And he closes his board.
At least he closed his board.
Yeah. So
didn't bury a checker.
A sad consolation to hitting the 6.
5-3.
5, rip it.
5-3. No minimize. No blot numbers versus a few.
Rip
checker
it.
Off.
6-3.
Bye-bye.
4-1. Wait, what did I miss?
And Chris is going to rip 2 off now again.
Rip them.
Yeah.
No blot numbers. Rip them.
No blot numbers. More checkers off in case you do get
never,
hit later.
You never know when you roll 2
They'll
doubles
help
in a row and gammon the guy.
And that's the other thing. Extra checkers off are good.
The bear off's going too quick. So
But don't worry about it.
next game.
Nothing to the bear off. All in next.
I'm good.
It was 2
I
3
wouldn't do that because people are going to rely on this recording. Could happen.
Seen worse.
6162 5152 4142 blot numbers. What was that? 12? That's not.
Well,
a
that
number.
doesn't do it. So
Yeah,
there you go.
You want bigger than that, just in case.
What? Oh, that was another. I thought it was 4-3.
I got gammon. I got gammon like this today. Last night is brown.
He doesn't turn the corner now.
Well, he's got
no,
an extra
guys.
checker on that ace point. It was stacked.
Uh-oh.
No.
It could happen with bad 3-1.
You got to pitch a set here.
He could roll 2 2-1s in a row and get gammon.
That would be sickening.
Next game.
There's the first 2-1.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What happened?
2-1, 12-9, and now
Right.
doubles. So now it's 2-1 followed by doubles is the only gammoning parlay, and Chris is grinning. You know what's going to happen? No, it doesn't matter. He's off.
So 6-5.
Yep.
Trencher in the trenches.
Be all right.
It's easy to lose it in a race.
Yeah, it goes a little quick, but it's nice that they're hand rolling. I looked up. I thought I saw a 6-3. I don't know if it was an improper roll and they re-rolled and then it was a 4-1 and then I just lost track of it.
I think so.
That's what happened, and so I
Send
had to go
Send
backwards.
a messenger. Don't roll to that one area where there's funny glare.
Now, the technically correct play here
It's 2 up.
is 2 up. I don't like it, but
XG likes 2
I
up.
don't like this hit.
I hate this.
This is not right at all.
I hate this because against a 4-1 split, it's XG likes it because you're
Against the 4-1 split, I make that play.
You're playing against more builders, right?
That's I normally play 2 down, John.
Two down, yeah, and who's leading? So Chris is a little behind, so that'll be a tiny motivation to go, because 4-3 down is duplicating 8s, right? Duplicating any 8s.
That's what I normally play.
And it's complicated. And you're steering.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, John O'Hagan is back there telling us this. John O'Hagan match.
There's another mic if you want it, John.
Yeah, so John, we could give John O'Hagan the mic here.
Turn it on for him, please. Well,
make the 5 and then
lovely
the
joker.
point.
Lovely joker. White hat. All right, Boris. Can you perform? You've done it so far most of the match.
Should show green.
No.
Now the cube. Now it's double. Now I'm doubling.
Coming back out.
A white on roll cube action.
No, don't do that.
Oh, I would come out.
I would come out.
Yeah. Just you don't want to be in the
Forget about plays like 8 to 2.
8 to 2 leaves a blot on your board. It's
double.
Like you don't want a checker there.
Is this a double?
So Chris has got. Chris
Wait,
might
he actually
be.
played behind.
Chris,
I'm doubling this
I
instantly.
think Chris knows it's a double, and maybe he wanted to bluff him a little bit by considering
because
instead of just going
pass.
poof.
Yeah, there you go.
But
and I think it's a take if you come out. Maybe not. This is a big pass. It might be a pass if you come out too, but you don't play 8 to 2.
Yeah. 8 to 2 just give up play.
No, it says the other one's a take too, but it's not.
It's plus it.
13 to 7. 13 to 7 says
7-point match.
Maybe.
So 6-3.
Slightly better to hit.
2, 4.
7 match 0-0. 6 to 13. It used to be thought making
Anchorage.
a 4-point was pick'em versus.
No, anchor. Right?
No. This is.
The anchor's right.
The anchor's right. Anchor's right, Marty. I've made that mistake far too many times.
Yeah, just. Yeah, I've known that it's right, and then I probably forgot.
You're not at any kind of special score.
Right.
Gammon.
That's right. So you're paying off to a 9 shot, but you got that beautiful anchor.
It's coming to the 5-point.
What was the? How was
Double ones.
Now what?
Oh, there was a blot on the bar point. I see.
4 point.
So
make
it was 9
the 4 or
zone.
make
Anchor.
the 7. Probably the 4.
Or
Make
anchor.
The 4.
Anchor.
He likes anchoring. I don't blame him. Look at all those builders aiming at the
true.
board.
I make the 4-point here. Maybe I'm wrong again. But
Plus is the top 3 plays, please.
you could make well if you make the anchor you go 6 to 5. So that's what it likes. And 6 to 4
6
is
5.
bad.
Yeah, okay,
Why
that
don't
makes
we-
sense.
For 6 to 5. I think I agree. Look at this distribution you have going
Yeah,
forward.
that's true.
Look at your forward position. You're not going to get attacked.
It's harder. I guess I agree because now it's. I
Your
can
forward
see that it's
position has so
harder-
much potential, so you don't need to. Yeah.
It's harder to
Make an anchor.
get
than
your
a point.
back checker safe than it is to improve your position after you make the anchor.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Like what makes your position better more?
Right.
The anchor or
Yeah,
the
the
4-point?
anchor.
I stress to always look at all 15 checkers.
It's a good anchor.
And he's got 10 in the zone, so 10 in the zone.
It's threatening.
A danger.
Yeah, that's a
danger.
good point. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 in the zone is.
Well, he found the first one. I like how Chris does
So
things
Chris,
in order.
Chris finds it. Okay.
Well done, Chris.
Yep.
Very good.
I just love to go 6 to 4 twice when I have 4 in the 6.
I do too, but you got to look at everybody. Look at White's position is nice.
Yeah.
5-4.
5-4.
Chris found a good play.
Make the ace.
Even here,
Yes,
just
you don't want that guy going
hit him
that
on the
way.
ace and don't let him use his builders.
Right.
One guy back, you
Find an
attack the
anchor
guy,
attack
yeah?
a lot. Let him use his build. On the board.
Oh, the double 6 bonus.
He fans. And he did, and now.
Now what?
Now he rolls. 5-1.
Either 13-7 or maybe 10-5, 8-7, huh? Or even the safer 13-8,
And
10-9.
the race is about even.
Hmm.
So there's no reason to play 22 to 16.
I think I like 13 to 7.
30, yeah. So you're leaving 6 shots down. Chris is thinking about. Okay, so Chris says, "All right, I'm going to get my."
Oh, he's going to get out.
Get going while my opponent's on the bar.
That's wrong. That's wrong by 028. Well, it's wrong by a lot more when you get raped with 3s.
Ooh.
If the race were way more in Chris's favor, that might have been a great play.
That's true, but it wasn't.
But
Where's the last three?
I have a problem. I always play down, and it's probably not right.
Well, if you don't play down, you're going to play 8 to 5.
I know. See,
but
I was right.
8 to 5 was probably
8 to 5
right.
is better for the shots. I know,
because there's shots all over the place. It's a tactical position. Not only are there shots at the blot on the 10-point, you can enter with a 5 and hit loose on the 3. Last roll was 3-2.
And if you don't get hit, then you're poised to escape or maybe hit something in the outfield.
The thing is, I knew I was wrong, and I would have done it anyway.
But yeah, well, you have to look ahead and see.
I have a tendency.
I mean, I do.
So
Did somebody miss a cube here? It looks like it.
Yep.
So it's a cube. Now it's saying it's a cube for Boris.
How much is this a cube? How much is this a cube by?
He's ahead 5 pips. He's ahead 5 pips, 120 to 133 on.
Yeah.
And he's got a bunch of priming numbers. He's got a bunch of attacking numbers, and
I think he maybe should have hit 8-2 there, right?
No, hitting isn't right.
Oh, it isn't.
He should have doubled and then not hit and played this move. I guess so. 13, 8, 10, 9.
Now you got to get 10 to 6, 13 to 8 to 5. No blots.
You don't want to hit?
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
That's what he's thinking.
I'm hitting.
Yeah, you got to hit.
I'm hitting because there's an avalanche going to come down on my back checker.
He might escape as well. Not only the avalanche, but just to run away.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
both.
4 or 5. Well, I guess 4 or 5 you could make your
plus
4
please.
point.
The top
but
2.
Just funny, like 6-1, 6-2 or something. You could just run.
Yeah, it's significant to hit.
So yeah.
He's coming to get you.
Yep. Even though how ugly hitting is with the spare the
run or
nothing
point?
to cover.
Point.
So it's a close race, so I'd point.
Yeah.
I point with a close race.
Yeah.
You're winning every dance.
Right.
Fans, that's at least Jen. Or maybe
and you're winning on some of the entries.
Right.
You're winning. Or having a very strong
cue. That's a 4-point board versus 3-point board. Okay,
so
now you're not. Okay, so not on the bar. He's free to move.
This is right.
Whoa.
It's right. It's right to run.
Yeah. By how much? 56. Ouch.
Maybe it's to the cube vig or something.
Maybe it's because it's a cube anyway now. No, it's just a cube. This is just a cube now.
Yeah.
Cube.
So yeah, he's up 13.
Yeah, it's a pass anyway, right?
So no, he's up 6.
No,
he's a pass.
This is a pass.
He's making his board because he's trying to. He's making his board because he's trying to stave off the double by having more of a threat if he hits something.
Oh, okay. So it's saying it's a big pass.
Notice the score on the transcription doesn't match the scoreboard.
That's happened.
Again?
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening.
6 away, 7 away. It's showing.
Change
Okay.
Score.
All right. So that's all right.
That might make a difference.
It might make a little bit of a difference, but.
Good job.
The gammon value is not too different.
He found it.
He doubled?
Yes. If
So
you're changing
now we
the
change
score,
the score.
plus it again.
Yeah.
This is just a big pass.
Same.
It's still a big pass.
This is not 10, but it's not so much the points in his board, it's the fact that his back checker's in danger. And he's down.
Yeah, so Chris is...
And a blitz attack can win a gammon.
When Boris counts the race and he sees that he's behind, he won't take
White
it.
has to enter. This is Chris's being doubled, by the way. Oh, no!
Okay, so it's like, okay, so he's saying that the race is closed, I might get out, I have a stronger board.
I don't take these when I'm down in the race.
You also can get closed out.
He's assessing that he's got enough. Now Boris says, I'm not going to leave a 5-2 or anything at all.
When you can get you better run away now.
And Chris is thinking about it. He's saying,
Well, he better run
What's the other number? 5 what?
It looks like a 5-3.
No,
it's 5-2.
Oh, okay.
It's 5. It couldn't have been a 5-3. He would have run in second.
So we have a problem.
Ooh, make the bar.
So that's a bad
shot.
Probably. That's a bad play.
I make the 5. You got to make the 5 prime here, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a good.
You're not ginning the race. Just make the 5 prime and hope to be missed.
Yeah.
Or to come in if you get hit before you get blitzed.
Right. Yeah.
So the other problem with taking that cube is when you get attacked, you have to come in. You get closed out. You have 12 crossovers to make.
There's some gammons in the mix if you get attacked.
Sometimes you get attacked and closed out, and there's fewer than 12 crossovers because you come in and move checkers. But you're still going to get closed out with like 8 checkers to play, 8 crossovers to make. That's a lot of gammons.
So XG did not like Chris's play with a 4-3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of not
much difference.
starting the 4 point, it's a little bit different. So it's a 6-4. So Boris plays safe. I believe he's right to play safe.
Yeah, don't put checkers
6-4.
on the ace point.
And now Chris is just gonna make it a 4 point. Instead of he doesn't want to put himself under range. He's under range of 4 builders either way, but. Yeah, I don't know. He might say, "Oh, I'll go 13-9-8."
You got to make. I make my 4 point.
Yeah.
Second play is 2 down.
You know, there's a little inflexibility.
Stepping up is wrong.
It's nice
in
to
Boris's
bring the
position.
There's considerable inflexibility. Boris can have problems.
Yeah.
You don't want him just pointing on you.
Speaking of problems, see, this is not perfect. Had Chris stepped up, had Chris stepped up, he would have been pointed on and hoping to save the gammon.
Yeah.
It's nice to have the
now
crossovers.
He's got to go just 9 to 5, 9 to 8, I guess.
Or 9-8-5-1.
Bringing checkers in.
No, 9-8-5-1 leaves a direct shot.
No, it leaves an indirect shot.
9-8. I'm sorry, 9-8. I was thinking you were saying
9-8-5-1 leaves only a 5-2.
9-8-5-1 is a good play as well, but does it justify?
I don't pay it.
That 5-2.
I do this. I'm not paying a 5-2.
Okay.
But you know.
Am I wrong? Let's find out.
I don't know. I'd have to look
I think it's probably close, but
I'd have to look.
Ooh,
at the,
6-2.
it's not like it was that much more flexible.
So 84-99 with the other guy on roll. So 80. So he's got the okay. So now it's 91 pips after the with Boris on roll to only 84. So that was a good. It was good. Well, there goes the
good shot.
Goes
there
the
goes
neighborhood.
the neighborhood.
Yeah.
There goes most of Chris's chances, but when you make a bad take, these things happen.
Yeah.
Make a good take, these things happen too.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. So there we go. We're Boris is on the winning race, most highly likely here.
Another nice number.
Yeah, 7-2, 4 off.
Yes, because you're missing. Yes, you can be weak on the 4 point because you're missing 4s later on are going to play 5-1. Filling
You're
the
only
gap.
a little bit weak on the 4 point. You're good on the 2 point too. So
I like this one a little better.
the Keith count would agree with you and me. So now it is 59 pips to 85 pips.
You got it?
2-2.
I would play 6-4, but 3-1 is all right. 3-1. The Keith count likes 3-1 better than 6-4, but might be better 6-4.
I think it's very close.
Because the fourth checker on the 3 point is penalized a point.
It's 4 checker on the 3 point's bad.
Yeah.
These missing 4s are okay.
They're semi okay.
They're semi okay.
Yeah. When in doubt, I'll say, oh, I don't want to miss.
Another thing I used to rely on is when I'm way ahead in the pip count, I'm going to win the race if I roll big numbers anyway. And so I protect against bad low numbers with a situation like we had, with a situation like we just had there with either to play 6-4 or 3-1.
Yeah,
all right.
It's probably not a big deal either way.
3-1, I would go.
I'm not sure.
I would go 3-1.
I don't want to waste a pip, but I don't want to Uber a 4, but it's not too bad.
The missing 4 can go 6-2.
It's even.
Yeah, it says 3-1 is. 3-1 is an error.
Yeah.
No, it's even. It's even.
Oh, 5-2. Oh, so green is.
Green is anything.
Oh, 0.001. Okay.
Then nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about 1 milli point.
Except for Moshi. Moshi cares.
I care.
I care.
My wife cares too, so that's double the caring. George W. Bush said that in the '92 campaign.
Oh.
I cared and Barbara cares
Chris,
too.
you need a double 6 or 5, or to restart the bowl game.
Maybe an imitator of H.W. Bush said it, and not H.W. himself. Jim Morris.
Bad take there. And again, what did I say about one-man back positions?
Yeah, he needed a parlay. He needed to get out, and then he needed to, after that win, avoid the attack and get out and then win. If you try to assess the...
I play 2 men down here.
Trailing?
Trailing, yeah, I would too.
No, it's 8-6, no. Never mind, I would do this.
Well,
I would have done this by a little. I would have done this.
I would have come down because I like to. I like to push it even if XG says sometimes it's not quite right. Because you're putting more pressure on your opponent. If it's big, if it's like 0.05 or something, I'll say, well, yeah, XG's
try to get out.
XG's probably right, but now, yeah, we're always running the last back checker.
Pottle's Law.
It's Pottle's Law.
Are we anchoring it up here, or what? Are we going to do something more creative?
Oh, good question.
I think you're going to go 22, 20. It's better.
That's probably the right idea.
You could play. You could also play 6-4.
Another idea is just to slot it.
6-4 is better.
Yep. Prepare your board. It's all close.
13-8, 6-4. I like 13-8, 6-4.
Top 3 plays are close. Right. Only 8 in the zone.
Yeah, safe it up.
And you've got a stack on the midpoint and a blot that need to be cleaned up, etc.
Yeah. So Boris played his back checker safely. Yep. Chris just improves his board, even his lowly 2-point. But what else is there? Doesn't want to break that anchor yet.
Now you leave a 7-shot.
Yep. Now it's
no choice.
You know that you're not gonna get home free from here.
No, you
don't.
don't.
Be leaving some shots. There's a third point in the board. The relative returns of making more interboard points.
Well, Boris does not really want to roll 6-5.
He does not want that number.
The improvement from the second interboard
That's
point
more
to the
helpful.
third interboard point is bigger than the improvement from the first to the second. The third to the fourth is bigger than the second and third.
Now what? Considering Chris is ahead in the race, I'm getting out of there now.
122, 134 after.
I'm getting out of there now before I get stuck on that because I don't like any 6-5 play. I don't like 6-5 on my side of the board.
He's plus 12 after.
There's not much to attack me with.
Went ahead of the race.
I'm only attacked by jokers, and if I sit there and I get points made in front of me, I'm going to get stuck and crap.
Yeah, I agree.
This is obvious.
Yeah, then you're going to be forced to do something like 22 to 16 and stay there later, maybe.
But I think Chris is counting pips here.
Yeah,
if he doesn't have it counted. He's counting pips. I can tell by his hand movement.
Yeah. 74, 96, 122. Yeah. 82,
Bingo.
134. Yeah, so that's XG's pip count is right. Just verified it.
It usually is.
Oops.
5.
Oh, that's big. Big is good.
Yep. 11 pips is 11 pips.
Bye-bye.
Hey, little man. He does.
Still a pasta.
He's got his running count. He's up 10 with Boris on. Boris is behind 10 on roll. Now I guess it goes. There's a lot of good things you can do with the double ones. It's not that important.
That's right.
This is fine.
It's all a matter of pips now.
Yeah.
And don't waste pips. And don't waste pips with Boris. A cube may be coming if he doesn't roll well.
Yeah, aim for the 7-5-3 distribution.
Yes.
On the 6-5-4.
White's doubling now. Not much in a race.
It's 10 pips ahead, so that's
in the center. Doesn't make much.
That's almost 10% of your count. You're ahead.
So double take.
I would say double take. If you lose 4 points, you're 5 away. 3 or what? No. You're if you lose 4 points. Yeah, you're 5. Boris loses 4 points. You'd be.
This is a money double and a money take.
5 away, 3 away.
And it's a score double, and still an easy score take.
It did like 39, but green doesn't mean.
Green doesn't mean much.
Doesn't mean much.
Until we change the settings for the next match we do.
Okay, 3. 13. I can't be too wrong, right? Even
right.
if it is wrong, we don't even know. 8-4. What is it like better? I don't know.
We don't know.
Who cares?
3-1. It hardly matters.
Small deal. And will Boris take? I expect so.
Yes, I'm sure.
You can only pass this if you miscount it.
It's not even 10% of the
last
position.
take.
34, 36, 50.
Sometimes I have to count 3 times because I forget. I keep track with sign language sometimes, but I go, is that really what the number was? And then I count again.
This position.
Yeah.
This position is a trivial.
Yeah. I do it under the table.
This is a trivial, easy comparison count.
Yeah. I do it under the. I do American Sign.
White inside his board is up a
1, 2,
pip
3, 4,
by
5,
playing from
6,
6 to
7,
5
8,
and
9,
down a
10.
pip due to the extra checker on the 2 points. So White is down a pip in his board.
Yeah.
Then everything else is an instant comparison. You should be able to count this playing speed gammon and not use any time, as long as you practice it. The 8 points cancel, and the mid points cancel.
My move here is I go to my opponent. Hey, what's the race? and then see if you trust their answer. And what was his
6-2.
6-2.
2 down.
From the mid, yeah.
6-6. Here's a
Oh.
joker. Get this. This match may
It
come
has
close
been
to
double
ending
taken,
soon.
Now it's going to go 2 to the 4 point.
4 point.
How about the 3? No.
That's
No,
probably,
4.
That's probably close.
4.
2-1. What a
2-1,
brutal sequence
wow.
for Chris.
2-1 brings
Wait,
you into the 6 point.
Did he cube the other guy? What did he do that for?
Yeah, well, he was ahead. Just play 7 to 6. Yeah.
What's happening here?
And now what's the rep count? 91 to 94. He's not going to double that.
Oh!
Unless he knew he was going to roll that double. Now he should play 9 to 4, 7 to 2.
Yeah, and go to the deuce.
Who's,
Why not? Doesn't matter. He's not taking unless he rolls 5s or 4s.
It matters
anyway.
if it matters. If
It matters if he pitches a big set back.
Yeah.
I hear you. I'm saying
That's
I would
why
go
you
to
make the
deuce.
best play.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
Now the game is over.
And now it doesn't matter. He's just gonna bring 2 in or something or do something.
Do whatever.
Something random. And he's not gonna get it. There's no.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. 71 to 94. Wow, that was a. 71 to 90. 71 to 86 or 88 or something. 71. That's like.
To 88.
71 to 88. And it was
Bye.
105 to 115 and it went to 71 to 88 the other way.
They're taking a break, so I'm taking a break.
Yeah, I would take a break too.
Where does that Diet Coke come from?
We have a special room with sodas in it around the corner from here. On this floor, there's a. I don't know if your room key will let you in.
I
Do you want me to get you one?
Oh, you're trying to go.
I'll go for you. I'll try to be quick.
All right.
They're gonna take 5 minutes, like I am. I'll be back in 5.
Maybe I'll walk.
Okay, I'll show you where the room is because there's other stuff in there. Yeah.
I'm heading that way there.
Do you want anything, Neil?
I'm gonna mute
I'm heading
this.
that way anyway.
Oh, okay.
Mute.
I'm gonna go that way. I'll take a Diet Coke as well.
Okay. It's Diet Pepsi.
Either way, doesn't matter.
I prefer Diet Coke, but.
Look at the checker play. How much the same. And the average has been one bad take for Chris. A lot of big doubles before.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. Yeah. Oh, the clock is running.
Oh, shoot. So we alert them? No, it's not running.
Oh, sorry.
Like when you're watching an XC roll out.
That's
when the equity change, but the number of files doesn't change.
I guess it was a really bad take at 6-6.
But it's an interesting match.
That was a tough loss.
It's got worse than one in Chicago when you got up in
Oh, yeah.
I start remembering others.
That's the backgammon, right?
Yeah.
That was like, he said, life is the one thing.
Yeah.
He just got out of it.
I mean, it just looked like an easy win. And then hit a shot way out, 1.4. Where did you find these?
The executive VIP 300 pounds.
I didn't know it existed.
I'm going to start my mansion in there.
I guess not.
So I should be talking to you in about 45 minutes. Okay. You relax. You,
I'm not staying here.
Okay, 10-6.
Five, three. That's a quick break. Well, all right. 41. Split. I wonder if the score makes a difference here. Should he slot? It's kind of big. I don't know. Might be right.
Nah, you still split.
Yeah, I would have, but I wasn't sure. 6-5, he runs. Yeah.
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 Yeah, 17.
That's a good. If that's going to be your speed play, that's.
Marty, I think this is yours.
I'll check.
So we're back. Marty Storr, Justin Noel will be back, and Neil Kazaros will be back momentarily. But now it is Boris needs 3 and Chris needs 5, and now it's 1 checker back versus 2. Right. And Chris Trencher has a stronger looking board. He's got 6-5-4 versus Boris's 6-4-3 turned into 6-5-4-3 with a mini joker 3-1. And now Chris Trencher's got a 6-3, and he's got to either play 13-4 completely safe and leave those back checkers where they are. He can play,
or he can play really big.
He could play 24-18, 9-6. He could play 24-15. There's a lot. John O'Hagan is what? John, what do you?
I don't know. Oh, he went to get something.
They're coming.
Oh, he's got to go
visit
look at
us.
XG and see what XG says. No, he's got to close the door.
Oh, they could hear us.
He's got to close the door. Yeah. Okay. So, Chris, sorry about that, Chris Trencher. We had the door open. He could hear us. The door.
That's why. All right, he could run out. That's sort of the standard sort of play. Let's see. This is a real tough. All right, only one man back.
Yeah.
I sort of think I would just run out, but I'm not with much confidence.
And 9-6 to safety the other block.
No, just run out.
You leave fewer shots by running all the way out. You're thinking running all the way out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that's right or not.
Yeah. It's 6-2 and 2-1, so 15 shots. And as you stop on the 18 point, you're leaving more shots, but you stand to gain by making the 18.
That's true.
Point.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So maybe, it's not, and you're duplicating a 6 to run, but
and sixes are good escaping numbers for him anyway, right? Yeah. So you.
Well,
could
6-5 is good and 6-2 is good. So you duplicate,
Yeah.
and then 6-3 would be a. Yeah. So Chris says I'm going to minimize the shots, maybe.
Out and down. That's big.
Oh, down. I don't consider down, but I guess there's a duplication of 6s. Is the idea.
Yeah.
You gain more. You gain a lot more. And he's behind in the match too. Well, that's very interesting because you don't consider these plays.
Yeah.
But You really should
Yeah.
stop and consider, and it's difficult to see. Like, oh, why would you leave 4 blots? You know, but if you go through the parlays, you might see that leaving 4 blots is indeed better.
No.
So he's got 3 to go. Is that it?
Yeah. So look, 13 and 9 looks like one of them. And then what?
Well, it's that. Then you'd play either play John Vitor suggested 3 down. You could play 9 to 5 twice. You could play 9 to 5, 8 to 4.
Yeah.
Or you could play 13 to 9 too.
Yeah.
And then John Vitor has also pointed out that you can play 11, 7, 8 to.
The right play is 24, 18, 13, 10. Which none of us even talked about. I don't know what's right here. I guess 9, 5, 8, 4 with the last 2. I don't think you want to switch 5 to 1 twice here.
I would not want to do it. There was another position where I was inclined not to do it.
It doesn't look right here.
I don't know what the original position looked like.
He's played 3 so far. He played.
Well, no,
played
that's.
15, 11, 13, 9 twice, and he's looking. No, okay. I guess he's got 1 more.
He's got 1 more, yeah. He's got 1 more.
So if this is indeed the position with 1 to go, he'd play 8-4, but
Maybe
he's gonna
8 to
consider,
4. I don't know.
He's not going to go. He could play 9-5 again and not
Yeah, he
and avoid
could.
being hit with a 6-2. I'm inclined to play 9-4 here, but Chris plays it. I mean 8-4, but he's thinking about 9-5.
So what's right, David? Okay.
He doesn't like pressing the light bulb like I do.
Sometimes it slows down and I can't. If you mix the play immediately, then I'm not getting.
Yeah, well, we can wait. I mean, this is very.
I like to
interesting
press
play.
the light bulb. He does. It spins the wheel.
The good thing about a play like 8-4 is it's not it's a positive play. It's a forward going.
Switching again was right.
At the score. Oh, switching was right. Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
By a lot, a little.
By point. Oh,
7%.
And look, can you plus all 3 of the top plays at least?
I call it 7%.
Right, it's equity. Right.
I do what I want. How about that?
So can we look at the equities again? Can we look at the equities of 4-4 again briefly, David? Okay. Wait,
No, I wasn't
7,
saying
8.
it was like win percentage.
And then what I liked
I
and
would say
what I
7%
liked
of a
is
point.
not even on the list. Is that right? No.
That's how I feel. But I don't know, man.
Well,
Those are professionals.
Yeah, was he supposed to hit on the ace with that 4-2?
Did you ever lose 120%?
I don't. Okay.
I thought so, yeah.
These are difficult plays. I mean, at least I
That's
find them
because of
difficult
Maury
myself.
Povich, though. Yeah, he goes, I'm 178% sure I'm not that baby's father.
Thank you.
Those are soda milk.
Oh, that's
We've had, Neil, some difficult plays in a row where the players have made big mistakes, but we also would have missed them too. They were tricky.
I wish I was here.
Yeah.
We'll see him now. He had a switching play with a double 4 that looked non-standard, right?
got to do the
Now
toddle again.
He should be. He should have run out.
If anything you've learned from today, it's how important pottling is. That last guy out, right?
What do we have here now? We have a
5-1.
Make the 3-point looks good to me.
Making a 3-point
I haven't been right before today, in this game or something, but yeah. So that's
now what?
That's automatic.
Now what? Now the score scares me. Double.
Oh, the score.
Or maybe I'm too wussy.
Well, 3 away is a score where you're very eager not to double. 3 away versus more away, like 5 away or
Double
7 away.
Oh, monster blunder, monster blunder.
David, plus please.
Monster
You have to determine how many. Yeah, doubling is a huge blunder.
3 away, it's 3 away to 7 away, so that's a big. Doubling is usually a big no-no because if you're that much of a favorite, you can win a few gammons. Gammons get you to Crawford.
I wouldn't double at the score, but for money, I would be.
And what happens
I'd
here?
be getting an itchy trigger
Oh!
finger.
Oh! Boris has touched it. He must double. And Chris is gonna scoop it up.
He goes, really?
Boris is, if you look at the checker play errors, these guys have played the checkers similarly in error rate. But Boris has made all kinds of cube mistakes. And Boris's cube mistakes have been failing to double and this horrendous blunder here.
Yeah, this is a. So Chris is gonna make sure.
Wow.
I predict he scoops it.
Is he gonna beaver? I'm kidding. There's no beaver. But...
Beaver, raccoon, baboon.
This is a debatable double for money.
I would consider it highly for money, but at the score.
A lot of things go wrong even for money.
Yes, of course.
Not getting out.
So Chris is like, oh crap, I might lose, but he took. I mean, he's got a pained expression, but he 6-4 go one.
Roll the immediate 6.
And he runs. I mean, he does immediately run.
Getting any 6 there is practically a joke.
It is a huge joke. And there's the 3-1. So.
Well, the ace.
I guess he has to come to the edge in case he doesn't cover, or in case he rolls.
Nice.
You come to the edge and hope the guy can't make.
Oh.
Right.
Hope the guy can't make.
Or that you could hit him outside and counter prime him.
XG didn't think that was the best play. What else do you do with that?
Oh, look at this.
Oh, instead of what?
I would go ahead and make a prime.
Remember, the green is any difference at all.
Yeah, we're gonna change those settings for the next match we do. We're probably gonna do the finals here. At least some of us.
Oh, this is the semis of the Masters jackpot.
Right. Yeah.
It's the Masters semis. Okay.
And again, when the football game starts, I'll be watching that.
Yeah.
The rule is Boris Dekhtyar always gets to the Masters semis. No, he seems to a lot.
That he does.
Yeah.
Well, Boris made a bad double, but he had a really good sequence, and now he's
Chris,
lost
Chris,
his
is,
market by a
Chris
mile.
just wants to save the gammon or something equivalent.
Well, this could blow up in Boris's face now.
A little chance.
I
No.
don't think he does. I think he just makes the prime because it's
Leave
a long
nothing.
long parlay to gain for Chris Trencher to gain by hitting.
Chris even rolled a 2-1, and Boris enters with an ace-5, he can still play.
That's true.
Without cracking.
Cover.
The prime is really important.
Just cover it.
Is he thinking about double slotting?
don't muck around.
Probably
with
is thinking
Yeah.
about it. That seems clearly right.
I mean, it's a little ugly to cover.
Oh,
He's thinking about it. He hasn't made it yet.
And this doesn't work though out.
It's good that he's thinking about
And
it.
if this blows, Chris doesn't have that much gammon value here. He's up 12-6 Crawford. If he wins this game,
he doesn't even get paid full value.
And Boris makes the 2 point.
So by Chris winning this game, he has almost 91% match equity. Probably by Boris winning this game, he has almost 91% match equity.
All right, 8-3.
Now
Clear the bar.
this is real. Clearing the bar is quite
Nice play,
reasonable.
Boris.
Yeah, because you're getting in quickly and you don't have a bar point to go 7-1 and break your prime.
Here, though.
There is.
Oh,
And that's not it.
That's not the one.
That can lead to being funny.
Boxcars was funny in a 6 sort of way.
Yeah, funny for us watching on the sidelines.
Come in.
There we go. Slot that ace point.
Slot it up. Nothing to think about.
Now,
Which he
what would it
does.
take for Chris to redouble?
Not double.
You'd have to hit him. So this is beautiful roll.
Is Chris redoubling on a direct shot there? I'm not sure. That's the math.
I'm being called 1 point match tournament.
Summoned.
Good luck. Thank you. May I meet you later in that thing?
All right.
dance there.
12, it's Crawford, who will soon be. Almost exactly like a DMP score.
Yes, as far as the play. Backgammons are very rare.
Right, right. Gammons only cost the leader his free drop. So there.
This game is jammed.
Yeah. Well, 6 Crawford.
Chris is not pleased.
Chris's match equity per the rollouts I did create the Kaz Ross XP2 match equity table with XP2. And these Crawford type scores, I rolled every score out that mattered, every score out in a shorter match, at least 100,000 times. These scores were probably rolled out
Okay, listen
more than
up, those
100,000
in the
times.
room. We've got a couple of other results
Got
here.
9.28%.
And Jesper, come see me too. In the championship division, the
Chris played that 3-2 like DMP, and that's what he should be doing.
Our finalist was Richard Munich from New York. And the consolation champion from Northwest Indiana is Boston, Massachusetts, originally lived in Chicago, Rory Pascar. And he also won, Rory also won the speed game.
Slot it.
I don't like that ace. I slot it. I slot my 5. Second play is to step up.
Because the guy has to break his anchor to hit you. Why not, you know?
Second play was 23-22. Slotting is automatic.
Yes.
Again, you're playing
Gains
your
the most.
DMP score.
Gains the most.
I think you're probably supposed to, you might be supposed to slot it in the gamut stage.
Kid Woolsey.
In and hit, right?
Hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him, and hit him. And hit him again. And the jokers continue for Boris. I don't know how many times this match Boris has rolled a joker double from the roof to come in and point and turn any momentum. Split the bad guys.
72 times I've been counting.
It's been at least 10.
There's been many.
No, that's a good chat. It covers the 4 at least.
Lovely roll.
6-4.
Okay.
2-1.
Both 5 points here.
Yeah.
I'm good on stack.
You don't want to come up to give yourself a 6 out?
I could be wrong. Maybe I should. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I come up. I like your play because I have nobody on my midpoint.
It was just a question. You
I have
know?
nobody on my
I'm not
midpoint.
sure.
They're very close.
Yeah.
You're very close.
We both have value.
Go to the 8 point, right?
You got it, Johnny. 8 point. Normally that ace would have gone 6-5 back there instead of 22 to 20, 23 to 22, but Brown was lacking 6s, so it's very close.
22 and 14, right? Yeah, that's possible. Just keep the men flowing.
What was the right play there?
I like the 6 to 3.
Yeah, 6-3 is clear. That's clear. We can't tell because of the setting on this. The next match we do, we're going to change the settings again. The default, please. Whereas errors are 0.02 or more, 20 or more. Bang. All right. And now we
The
slot.
midpoint or just probably not? 6-3. Right?
Do we hit? What's the pip count?
You're down. Well, you're down
141 to
12 after the play.
XD didn't like hitting when it's
outboarded like this, and hitting doesn't do much and leaves 2 blots, etc.
Yeah, I'm kind of a midpoint-aholic myself, so I tend to keep it. And pass
Even
on
though
hits
you
up.
have the 20-point anchor,
Yeah, sometimes
you can
it's
still get into trouble in the outfield.
Yeah, yeah, but
If you had the bar point anchor, it's a different story because that controls the outfield more because it maintains contact with the opposing midpoint.
Right.
That leaves 2 blots.
5-2.
Break the midpoint, you leave 2 blots.
Blot to
White
the
doesn't
mid.
want to break the midpoint yet.
Okay.
He could have made the 15-point and dumped the checker.
Oh, 2 down?
Here I do play 2 down, yeah. Even though he gives up the midpoint. Since he's got the 21, he's up in the race. I think it's the right play. It creates some useful spares. He can handle his awkward upcoming rolls.
You got to play 2 down, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So 9-4, 6-2 is not hideous.
It's not, but
you're up 20. You're up in the race. Was it 12 pips or is it 21?
12 before the roll, so 21.
Before the roll.
Yeah.
So XG is not considering
Right.
the automatic play.
Right.
You got to do this with that race lead.
Okay. 5-2. Just make the ace or 13-6. Probably the ace, huh?
I like the ace.
I think you got to
like
keep
keeping
flexibility. I make the ace.
The outside guys better.
And the computer says, uh-oh. How wrong are we? Not much at all. That's almost irrelevant.
Make the deuce.
Oh, wait, you already played part of the roll?
I guess we missed something there. I'm not sure what happened.
Okay.
Well, that's lovely.
Come out.
It's double 2s for black.
For black, yeah. I come out.
You can tell by the side of the board, Johnny, there's no baffle box.
Okay, I saw you see some white dice there.
Yeah. We could probably change the color on those checkers next match to match what they're using.
Why did he not come out?
That play looks funny.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Okay. The race is bad enough. Yeah.
He did just block his double 5. Well, you wouldn't have moved that anyway.
Double 5's blocked anyway.
Yeah, but I would still would have come out.
Okay.
Obviously, we're not right. Pay an indirect. Tough one.
Don't know.
I'm inclined to play 6-5-2. Yeah. You go 6-5-2, 3-2, and 13-12.
Would have been smash.
Probably run now. Yeah, he's so far up in the race.
You got to run there.
Gotta run.
Nothing to think about. And a
Ooh,
little
hit
pick
and
and
cover.
pass.
Cute little.
Nice to do that and not have to block.
Of course,
Oh.
Boris rolls the pick and pass followed by the fan.
Yeah.
That's just par for the course.
This is about to end.
Oh.
Not yet.
Come out. And
Come
then
out
6
and
to
then
5.
builder.
6-5, right.
Builder, 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 builder.
Twos are really
6-2,
duped.
5.
Yeah.
Good play. And now Chris needs to come in. And he
2-6.
does.
In
gets the
and
safety.
safety,
Oh.
right?
Did he come out?
He's looking at coming out. How many shots is coming
Does
out?
he come out? Yikes.
7 is duped. I think.
Wow. It's tough.
So 7s.
1s, 2s, and 7s are duplicated.
2s and 1s is 12. 4-3 is a 7. The others are duped. That's 22. Double 6 and double 4 hit, so there's 24 shots this way.
A lot.
What am I missing? Double 3 is blocked, Johnny. I said that.
6 and 4-4, that's it.
Tough play.
A lot.
Huh.
A lot.
That's a tough one. I think I would just play with 1 blot, but I wouldn't want to bet my life on
I wouldn't either. Your life or mine.
it.
You usually sucks to run, but that is a lot of shots. But you're damned if you're doing, you're damned if you don't. How are you getting around otherwise? You got to roll.
By not
Boris's
getting pointed on and rolling a 6.
Right. And then not being hit.
The other guy's in the F.
Or by if you get pointed on, you got to joke with the guy from the bar. If you joke with the guy from the bar, you got 2 blots in your board. Tough play, and probably the wrong play. At least it's green and not yellow. It's green and not red card.
It's
60%?
Yeah.
60 points? 60? Yep.
60.
This is right. You lose the double 6 anyway, so you pay it off. For better coverage. I don't know. I think you gotta cover the. I don't come up with the 2.
Me either. I stay there and make the point.
So what's happening now? So Chris is behind. Okay, so Chris lost 2 points.
You just lose when you get attacked, right? Now
He's got.
And this is Crawford.
12-6 Crawford for just lost a 1-point match.
And Chris is happy he did not.
Yep.
So
now boxes are blocked.
Yep. That looks okay.
They call him Boris Box Blocker. And he's running away, and we've got a
Boris roll a 3 or not?
He's
Does this get
Chris
to go on
Chris
any
is
longer?
ahead in the race, and so it's the critical 3 is.
Will Boris ever miss?
No, he won't.
Boris will
The 2-1
never miss.
is total, and Chris is hoping for the. Does he come up?
Step all the way up.
Got to step up. He's an underdog to be pointed on.
You see,
So.
he could stay on the 23 point.
No, it's a 3-1. It's a 3-1.
Yeah, but he can't
He
stay
could
on
stay on
the
the 23 point, but he can't. But
Yeah.
here he's got to come off the 24.
He has no choice.
He's got to come off the 24 and pray.
If he had the choice to stay on the 23 point, that would be reasonable. So.
And the prayers are not answered.
So Boris Dekhtyar points on Chris Trencher on the 4 point.
This match is almost over.
And hoping to come in on the deuce point,
And
which
he
he
does.
does. Thank you very much.
Lift
Little
that
life,
blot.
little life left.
Lift that blot.
Yeah, 8-6.
I'm not going to mess around with any slots. I want to. If something stupid happens, I don't want a blot lying around, and I may, if I get hit loose, I may want to kill my 6s if I don't get.
It's very hard to profitably cover. But Chris is saying, this would be better for my race if I get out.
That's a point.
This is better for the race if I get out.
Well, if he gets hit loose, he can probably come and hit and lift the blot.
But it's not the biggest difference maybe, but it's
the race matters.
But it's better for the race.
Is better this way.
Yeah.
Also, if he gets hit loose, he has 2 numbers to close the board. Double deuce and double ace. Joker close the board.
That's true.
It's everything to look at.
4-2.
How about when you don't get hit at all?
Chris found that. It's a nice play by Chris Trencher.
This is a sick one.
So what's Boris's best play here? 2 guys into the 7, or just 9-3?
So he doesn't lose too much from being gammoned, because he goes from 7 to 8 away, loses a free drop.
I play 9-3. I want more coverage.
So 9 to 3 would be the stay back as far as you can play.
What about slot in the back of the prime for the win?
The ace, you could. But then you remove builders for the 2 point.
You're down in the race. What about slot in the back of the prime for the win?
That might be right.
That's interesting. That's right, because you don't care about right. So that was another one of those.
Let's look at the last play, please.
Another one of those plays that some of us did, including me.
Wow, he liked that play. I did not.
I might have slotted.
I like it now, though.
What is the race, though?
There you go.
Now,
I guess if you get, I guess if he rolls a 6 and hits you, you're much worse off. If he rolls a 6 and doesn't hit you.
6-5, 6-1. Only bad
if
numbers.
you roll a bad 6.
Boris is not rolling bad numbers today.
The board is closed.
Nope.
Bye-bye.
He is refusing to do so.
They're tri-state area, New York City area players. Chris is from New York City. Boris, I think, is from New Jersey. I think they play one another a lot.
Yeah, they do.
We all show up to the same park to play.
Yeah, and Justin Knowles, one of those.
Bryant Park.
Yeah, Bryant Park. Yeah.
You play chess there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to play backgammon. They used to have hustlers with clocks that were set in funny ways.
Is that a
gammon?
Is that across from the former World Trade Center?
It's it's next to the
no.
library.
It's
So
next to the
someplace
library on
different.
42nd.
I know I was visiting a friend in New York about 30 years ago, former college friend, and he was working in the World Trade Center.
Yeah, they used to play downtown.
And they had a chess and backgammon place across the street, and I did bad things to somebody in backgammon down there.
You mean the 8-point club where Alan and
On the
Boris
street,
used to work?
outside.
Here before 9/11, they used to have a lot of games out there.
Yeah, I never around the city that much. I was in the city on August 19th, 2001.
And we got a winner.
There we go. And Chris Trencher enters and doesn't stay on the bar with a fourth and let Boris have 12 block numbers. And Boris Dekhtyar has won. He will be in the Masters finals.
There we go.
Losing semifinalist, and he played.
I need a picture-in-picture of
5.29 is an expert according to Stream.
Let's analyze the errors here.
Chris Trencher.
Chris made more checker errors than blunders.
Chris Trencher typically plays.